Welcome to another edition of the Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. Most of this past week was characterized by unseasonably warm weather. The highs on Wednesday reached into the 70s for most of the state, or 20 degrees above normal. But the clear, calm nights allowed temperatures to drop quite a bit to more normal levels. In the wintertime, you often see maps of wind chills reported instead of actual temperatures. This gives us a better understanding of the felt temperature to humans outside. On Wednesday morning, the wind chill map shows some fairly cold temperatures, especially in the northwest and panhandle. Wind chill is simply calculated by taking the actual temperature and adjusting it based upon the wind speed. The higher the winds, then the lower the wind chill temperature. Technically, wind chills are only calculated when air temperatures are below 50 degrees. What about animals outside? What is their felt temperature? Well, the Oklahoma Cattle Comfort Index is our best tool available to determine that. This map is the minimum cattle comfort index for Wednesday. You will notice that it is slightly different than the wind chill for humans. The reason for that is that it utilizes a different set of weather variables to determine the index. Not only does it use air temperature and wind speed, it also includes relative humidity and solar radiation. Learn more about it at our Mesonet website. Now here's Gary to discuss more on Oklahoma's weather.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, as usual, we're going to start with the latest Drought Monitor report, see if we have any changes from that winter weather that we had last week and a bit of rain that came with it. Really not much change in the map at all. We still have the same basic picture, moderate to severe to extreme drought in parts of southwestern and west central Oklahoma, also the western panhandle, and we have some moderate drought that's developing in south central and southeastern Oklahoma, and some abnormally dry conditions that surround those drought areas, in danger of going into drought, again, if we don't get substantial moisture in the form of snow or rain anytime soon. Let's take a look at the Mesonet moisture totals going back to September 1st, the start of the cool growing season. It's pretty easy to see from these totals where the drought areas do lie there across southwestern and also the western panhandle, southwest Oklahoma, Harmon County and Hollis, 1.9 inches of rain over the last 3 to 4 months, and then in the western panhandle, less than 2 inches as well. Down there across south central Oklahoma, we do have an area that's less than 8 inches overall, at least in general, and in other places that are a little bit more, a little bit less. Then we have the large totals over across east central Oklahoma, and scattered about across the central and northeastern parts of the state. In terms of deficits, well, those big deficits remain across southwestern Oklahoma. We do have that big area of deficit in east central up into northeast Oklahoma from 4.7 to 6.2 to 6.8 inches below normal, 5.8 inches below normal. So that's that region of abnormally dry conditions that stretches up into that area that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Then we see the deficits down across south central and southeastern Oklahoma. So a little bit of moisture this week, probably not enough to help. And we look into next week, later into next week, as we start to get into the Christmas week, we do see increased odds of abnormally dry conditions across much of the central and south central United States out into the western United States, including much of the western half of Oklahoma, where those greater increased odds of those below normal conditions do exist. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.